Shalom, this is GMS South Holland coming back to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Before I start off, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Shem Shai, Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's spreading His word, His sincerity, and truth all over the four corners of the earth. Gone. This video is going to be a quick hit. Concerning showing all diligence, man. Showing all diligence in your research and information. Your research and information that you bring out. Okay? Showing all diligence. So, what does that mean, man? If you stumble upon an article, if you stumble upon a scripture, a verse, or whatever it is, man, that could be edifying to the body, you got to dig into it, man. Even certain news articles that are out there, which is like a satire, man. Okay, here it is. You're going all in it, making a whole lesson on something that's bullshit. You understand? Meanwhile, brother that has a different spirit on him, he just takes the title of the article. He just does a little bit of research, like 4 or 5 minutes, and he finds out this shit is bullshit. He finds out that thing never happened. You got a lot of nonsense out there these days, especially on this TikTok nonsense. You got to be very aware whether you're going to make videos about something you find on TikTok or no. Go on Google, research that shit. Make sure you bring out the right information, man. You got to be diligent with that shit. Also, when the elder apostle Gabar says, look up this word. Do it. The apostle Gabar sometimes might use words that you don't know or you're not familiar with. And he tells you to look it up. Look it up. Put your pride on the side and look up that word, man. Because it's a good spirit to be in, to be looking up things, looking up words. Every man can make a mistake. I remember the other week, I made a mistake too. What was it? I forgot. But at the spot, we checked it. At the spot, man. At the spot, we was checking like, hey, wait a minute. Is this correct? So that's a very important thing for brothers to do, man. Double check, read along, go to the scripture. Check out the meaning of the word. If you don't see that meaning, like let's say I'm bringing out this is what it means, you don't see that meaning, you can ask the question like, how do you get that meaning? Where do I need to go? Because there's a lot of misinformation out there concerning the meaning of words, man. You understand? Because they change the meanings, man. So this is Acts chapter 17, verse 10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. You understand? Now let's go into that word readiness. This is something we got to have too, man. Every individual brother of us gotta have that readiness of mind, man. It says here,
Strong's G 4288, Prathumia.
All right, it says zeal, spirit, eagerness, inclination, readiness of mind. Okay, but it goes into eagerness, man. Eager. What does it mean to be eager, man? Let's go into that. Okay, so here you see we use I use the Blue Letter Bible, go into the interlinear, go into the Greek. Okay, then in the Greek you have certain definitions of words that might be a little bit hard to understand. Okay, so where do I go? I go to the Farlex Dictionary. You got the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. You got the Etim Online, the website that we use a lot. Okay, you can go into the Jewish Encyclopedia. You can go into a lot of places, man. You can actually also use Google meaning. So you type the word eager, and then type behind it, you type eager. You type meaning. So in this case, you would type eager and then meaning. Google will give you the meaning of the word, man. And it searches throughout many dictionaries. If you scroll down, you're going to see it throughout many dictionaries. Okay, but in this case, we're going to use the Farlex dictionary to check out the word eager. It says having and showing keen interest, intense desire, okay, or impatient expectancy, meaning you're rushing the thing. You expect something, so you're rushing it, which also goes into have an extreme desire. Okay, it says sharp, impatiently desirous, anxious or avid. He was eager to see her departure. You know, which goes into being impatient too, but you know, that's the negative side of it. Okay, it goes into having great desire, man. Looking forward to. A man that really looks forward to something, he ain't impatient necessarily. You know, we looking forward to the day of the Lord. We ain't getting impatient. At least not all of us. Some of us are getting impatient and they fall off. Okay, but it goes into great desire. Here you see, man, having or showing keen interest. So that's what you're supposed to have, man. When these scriptures come out, you're supposed to have keen interest, man. You're supposed to have great desire on figuring out more about this scripture and the precepts that evolve around it, man. Okay, sometimes, so lucky I got called, so I have to pick up the pace again. So that readiness of mind, man, is very important. You know, you got to have that eagerness. Oh yeah, I was saying, sometimes I'm watching the other apostles, okay, teachings, and they bring out the scripture and they slightly go over it, and then they go back to the old topic, or they go into a new topic, and I don't have all the information on the scripture. I paused the video, man. I paused the video and I'm gonna dig into it, man. Gonna check out whether I can find more verses on it. You know, go into the Hebrew, go into the Greek. See if I can find more videos on it, more breakdowns. You know, because oftentimes videos are out there, man. People be asking for videos, or can you make a video about this? Can you make a video about that? But if you just type in GMS with the question of the video, then you oftentimes just find it, man. Then you oftentimes just find it. You understand? GMS, Hell Doctrine, GMS, whatever, GMS, chariots, UFOs, whatever, man. You know, you just gotta do some searching, man. And that's what that eagerness goes into, man. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 11. Let me start at 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Let's look up this verse in another translation. The NLT, it says, never be lazy, but work hard and serve Yahweh enthusiastically. You see that? That's what it means to be fervent, man. Being on fire. That's what the word fervent goes into. Being on fire, man. You got to be on fire for this truth, man. You got to be eager. You got to have zeal. Okay? You should be passionate about this truth, man. So that gets me to the next verse, which is in Maccabees. Let me see. And we went over this many times, man. But for the brothers that are new, this might be a surprising scripture, you know, that triggers something in their mind. Okay. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 2, verse 29. For as the master builder of a new house must care for the whole building, but he that undertaketh to set it out and paint it must seek out fit things for the adorning thereof, even so I think it is with us. So if you're gonna build a house, whether you're gonna paint it, whether you're gonna do the carpeting thereof, whether you're gonna do the drywall, doesn't matter, man. Whether you're gonna do the electricity, you're gonna do the water pipes and shit like that, you need the right measurements, man. You need to have the right measurements. You need to have the right tools. Okay, you need to measure out the fit things, man. Let's say you're a carpenter, okay, and you use beams that are too short for the building. How can you ever connect those beams to each other? How can you ever make a stable house that doesn't fall, or a stable building if your beam's too short, man? You gotta make connections and shit like that. I had it the other day. Okay, you know, I'm in a project right now where we put charging poles, okay, it's charging stations, and these dudes that are sent out, they laid down the data cable. They laid it from one pole to another, but it ended up being too short. So guess what? It could be attached in one pole, but then it didn't reach the attachment in the other pole. It was too short. So now you start talking about, okay, attaching another piece to it, this, that, and the third. But that little piece that needs to be attached is also risky, you know, because electricity flows through. You know, okay, change the whole thing again, man. Send another team to change the whole thing from one pole to another. Put the cable again. Throw away the other piece of cable because it's useless. It's too short. You understand? So the guys that went there, they had to measure good, man. They had to look good at what the length is that they should have used, instead of just cutting it and then look. You understand? So that was just an example, man, to a point, like it says here in the scripture. Even so, I think it is with us. Showing that diligence, man, going into those words. Apostle Gabar doesn't say look it up because he doesn't want to tell you. Apostle Gabar says look it up because he wants to trigger you to go into these words, man. He wants to trigger you to be in the spirit of the church of Berea. He wants to trigger you to go and do your research, man, like they did. You know, but some individuals out there, they want everything to be fully prepped, man. Like sometimes you get a meal served, okay? You got the salad, and then you get your lamb wrapped in plastic foil, and then we give you your meal, okay? And then you be like, but the meat's still raw. And then we tell you, yeah, basically put it on the grill. Put it on the grill, man. When you put it on the grill, you can eat it. Okay, so you have a half meal, and that is not to mess you up in the mind, but it is for you to, you know, go a little bit deeper in the topic, man. Sometimes we just scrape the surface on a certain topic. You understand? And then you got to dig a little bit deeper yourself, man. See what it's all about. That is not to make you angry, but, you know, like the scripture says, provoke unto good works, man. This is, oh, not Hood. Not like Sicario, right? Hood. Provoke unto good works. Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and good works. Which the word provoke even goes into irritate. You might irritate somebody, man, with, you know, how you tell them, look it up, or go into this, see you lack understanding of this or that, go into it. You know, here I have a video for you. Check it out. Then you might learn something. You know, those are kind of provoking things, man. But is it onto something bad or is it onto something good? It's onto something good, man. Okay, this is yep. This is Hebrews 6:11. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope until the end. Okay, and that's also what this video is for. You know, to trigger brothers, first and foremost, starting with myself, to show the same diligence as the elders apostles, the elder bishops, okay, the elders and apostles of old, you know, of the scriptures, you know, to line up with the works, man, to come into unity and to be on point with things, man. Not slacking, not, you know, not being lazy, like it said in the NLT, but to be zealous, man. To have a zeal, slakja, to have a zeal. To have this eagerness to really go into things, man. Okay, when I see a word I don't understand, I really feel like going into it, man. Never be lazy, okay? Romans 12:11, last time. Never be lazy, but work hard and serve the Lord enthusiastically, okay? Enthusiastically, man. This truth should really be into you. And if you feel like a certain distance, like you want to distance yourself with this truth, you got to go fast, man. You got to go praying fast because demons fucking around with you, okay? So yeah, man, that was it. That was it basically, man. So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Shalom to the elect.